Hey everybody, this is Shawn Powell. I've got some awesome training to give for you. I don't care what business you're in. Though personally, I'm going to give you some examples and show you what focusing and making goals and things of that nature, y'all, and trying things. In my opinion, the one that tries the most is going to be the one that winds up winning. It doesn't matter if it works or not. You're going to learn from it either way. And it's so easy to use social media or videos to see what works best for you, and all you got to do is just try. And in my opinion, y'all, what winds up working for you is going to be you picking a way to get out to people, mastering that way, knowing you're not going to quit, and then allowing yourself the time to get really good at whatever that is. Ironically, I've seen other people that do try to match me, and they won't get the results that I get, in my specific way of doing it, and vice versa, exact same way. Where if I wanted to try something back in the day like Craigslist or something like that, I could never get what somebody else gets. It just seems like some things just naturally fit people, and you should pick that direction, I think, to get out to people that fits you best to your strengths, right? So the business I'm actually talking about, y'all, is called Exitus Elite. This is a team sales page that I've created for Exitus Elite. As a matter of fact, so anybody that comes through that wind up using, and join our team, you'll wind up getting this page for free. If you come in at the $500 level or higher. Now, Exitus Elite, I joined them August the 1st of 2016. It is a 11-year-old business. I've been with them for almost 10 years now. That's pretty awesome, y'all. I was able to get free from a job May 7th of 2015. And some of the training I'm going to be giving y'all are the things that I learned while I was in the trenches. And you can feel it when you're in the trenches, y'all. There's a difference. Because you're applying things and you're learning from it constantly, right? Now, the beautiful thing about Exitus Elite, y'all, the $2,000 commissions on a regular basis is just pretty awesome. Let me see if I can't get some of this scrolling here. It's a $2,000 commission, no monthly fees, no yearly fees. You get paid immediately. You get to pick how you want to get paid. Unlimited amounts of getting paid. The company doesn't pay us, so you never have to worry about any kind of issues of that as well. The best owner I've ever seen, the best support, and these $2,000 commissions, y'all, by the time that I get a notification to let me know that somebody's come through, is about the exact same time I get paid. And I have done businesses before, y'all, where getting paid was such a hassle, and simplicity has got a lot to do with what makes this business work. Now, we got a $2,000 level. We got a $1,000 level. I'll show you some of those commissions as well. I'll just scroll a little bit here and let you see them. And I was blown away, y'all. I was used to smaller commissions, $200 commissions and things of that nature. And I used to put the same amount of work into a business that would be $33 for every commission. And then I went to $200 commissions, and I made like $18,000 in a month with that $200 commissions. But in the back of my head, I'm sitting there thinking the whole time, y'all, why not just stay at this business where I make $2,000, and so 10 times the amount of pay that would be making that $200 level. So, in my opinion, a lot of this, y'all, you can do the wrong business right, but it still be the wrong business. And when you're setting goals for yourself, and I'll be talking about goals is definitely one of the things. Another thing I'll be talking about is trying things and learn from it. Now, I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. And the good thing about social media today is it's going to show you exactly what's happening. You have the insight to look at that and see what's working for you. So go ahead and stop this real quick. I just want to show you some of the commissions itself. We had the $2,000 to $1,000 to $500 to $250 to $100 level. Whatever level you come in at, the highest level, all the lower levels come with it, all the lower commissions, and plus the biggest one comes with it. It used to be a one-up system. Now it's not. It's when you come through the very first person, bam, it is yours. So you get paid immediately. Get to pick how you want to get paid. Always make 100% commissions each and every time. And there's no monthly fees and no yearly fees. Y'all, if you just listen to what I just said, you understand why people like me are still doing this business in 2025. 2016, man, I had $40,000 months inside this business, and we didn't even have the $2,000 level. We had the $1,000 level at a time. And I'm telling you, man, it's a blessing for people that need, especially now these times, man. People need change in their life. And by focusing and getting out to people, picking one way to get out to people and mastering that way, and picking something that's going to fit you to your strengths, and then just learn to just hammer away and learn to let go and give yourself the time to get good. Y'all, those are the gold, that the end of the rainbow. I am telling you, I've just given you all those things. And finding the right business, y'all. $33 business, I remember I was #1 in the world. It looked great on the leaderboard, right? Oh, they're showing up there, I'm killing it. 300 to 350 members a month into it. But 1 out of every 4 went active. So I was literally, felt like I had to put my whole zip code in, every person in my zip code just about, just to make, these $4,000 commissions I was making in a month's time. Leaving from there, y'all, I was #1 in the world. I had somebody else that wasn't, in my opinion, as good of a marketer. I mean, she was good, but she was making $7,000 to $8,000 just because she was in a higher commission business. And it was not even, Exitus Elite was not that good, to be honest. It wasn't Power Elite Systems either, but that's about the same time I jumped into that. I'll show you a little bit about Power Elite Systems as well, how I use it to make my own team sales pages, my training pages, and things of that nature, y'all. But once I got into the right vehicle and focused, that is when everything, I mean everything, changed to where $1,000 commissions, were coming in. It was amazing, man. $13,000 weekend. It was like I had a $9,000 day inside of this business. And again, the $2,000 commissions wasn't even in play yet. So all these 1,000, 2,000. If you ask me what Exitus Elite is, it is a $1,000, $2,000 business. It's a blessing, to be honest, y'all. And if you ever come in here, get yourself positioned, you're good to go. I don't care if you go do another business. How many times I've seen leaders leave, go somewhere else, and come back. Or here I am, y'all. I have got over 700 videos. I can't remember exactly. I've done so many of them for Exitus Elite alone over the last 9+ years I've been inside this company. 700 videos, y'all. You want to talk about belief? Man, I'm going to tell you, you can't make 50 videos for a company without believing in what you're doing, without believing in the owner, leading by example, man. Just sitting down, master record, and letting go. You ain't got to script anything because you already believe it. It is sincerity that comes from you that people are going to feel, that is going to be the glue that 99% of the people miss and wonder why Shawn is killing it in this older business here back in the day, and to the next one, and to the next one, y'all. It's because of belief itself in finding the right vehicle. Now listen, if you make a goal for yourself and you're in the wrong vehicle, you can't get there. You cannot. If I was getting 300 and 350 members a month into a business with a $33 commission, and only 1 out of 4, even when they signed up, was going active, and my goal was, let's see, $10,000, it's going to be really, really hard to put in those kind of numbers into work itself and stuff like that. Y'all, you understand with $2,000 commissions, and I'll give you an example, y'all. I did a count, and I've kept this in a couple of videos. You'll hear me. The last 30 people I did a count for, I had 24 people that came at the $2,000 level. 24 people came at the $2,000 level. I had 4 that came at the $1,000 level, 1 at the 100, and 1 at the 500. I don't get many $100 commissions in the business. I don't get many $500 commissions or $250s. Why is that? Because I always go big in my business. I want life-changing income, and this is a life-changing income business, but it's not going to be life-changing if you're not positioned to make life-changing income. Secondly, when you go big in your business, you're going to lead by example, right? Likely more people are going to do the exact same. If I came at the $100 level, nobody's going, they might match me, or worse, they believe more in their business, and then I'm going to get, it's actually called an override. The most money you can make is whatever level you come in at. So if somebody came at $2,000, I was sitting at the $100 level, the person above me is going to make $1,900 without doing anything or even knowing who the person is. I think my female species is messaging, but it'll be okay. I know everything's good with her. I just talked to her a few minutes ago before I started the video. So I'm going to talk about goals a little bit, and I might show a couple of different pages and stuff, y'all. Let's see here. What would be a good one? Let's go to, okay, here you go. Generation 1, y'all. I've got what's called 3-generation bonus training. If anybody comes in Exitus Elite with me, it'd be training videos about like this. It's usually because of the fact that I got so many of them, I would make it like a 5 to 7 minute video and just talk specifically about that one thing. This one is a little bit more of an overview. I'm also talking about Exitus Elite itself and how life-changing it's been for me, and the fact that I've been free from a job for all these years. I might not have got free from a job with Exitus Elite, but it had a lot to do with me keeping my freedom all through the years and making life-changing income for sure. So some of the different trainings right here as well, y'all got quite a bit. I'm going to leave it. I'll tell you what, this is a more active page right here. Let's use this one. It's got a pretty background here. This is a team sales page that you get when you come inside Exitus Elite with me. Okay, now, let's say that you're making a goal. All right, first of all, find a business that's actually going to let you do that goal. Secondly, don't make it so tremendous, it's so huge of a goal that it's not realistic. Okay? Now, if you want to blowing away all through these goals and stuff like that, y'all, great. Then make it bigger, but realistically, think of something not too small, but at the same time, don't say $20,000 in my first week or anything like that. Now, ironically, I did that in Exitus Elite. I made $20,000 in my very first week inside this business. I had this guy, he was a big roller, and he made $19,000. I'm like, you know what, it'd be awesome if I could beat him. And I just about didn't sleep. I had so many people from overseas because you can get this business anywhere around the world, right? I wound up making $20,000 in the first 7 days in this business, y'all. My house was $40,000 when I purchased it back when I was 27 years old. I'm getting old. I'm 52 right now, right? You're talking about literally making enough to almost pay half my house off, or pay half my house off, pretty much, in a week's time, y'all. That is in the right vehicle. Now, that's what I did, but I was not normal, right? I had already figured out how to focus at things, and I'd already gotten to where I was focusing at YouTube, and I was hammering away, and I was going to be at #1 at YouTube, and I hit my goals, and it just kept on going, right? Now, so let's say that your goal is $6,000, okay? Now, first of all, you got to see it. If you don't see it, and if you don't go ahead and call it, how will you know you ever reach your goals? You're just out there just seeing what I can get. Let's just see what happens. And you can never reach your goal if you are not focusing on it and have a goal. A few minutes ago, I just went to my refrigerator, which is right on the other side of the TV, and that's Ghostbusters, just so you know, y'all. I just went to my refrigerator and set up my new goals. Y'all, I've been doing this since the last week of October. It's this week, matter of fact, of 2014. That was when I first stepped into online business. That same week, I put something on the refrigerator. Guess what? Today, 11 years later, ain't it 11 years? 2024? Yeah. 11 years later, 2025 for 2014, there it is. Something new that I just posted up here, because you can't reach goals if you don't have them to focus at, right? Now, I am fully positioned to make life-changing income. Because of that, I'm telling people to go big in their business because I have led by example. All those $2,000 commissions I was showing you earlier would not happen. I cannot get them if I am not at the G2000 to make those $2,000 commissions. So, with that being said, that's checked off the list. I'm good to go. Secondly, man, no monthly, no yearly fees. Why not go big in this business? It's not going anywhere. The thing's been here forever. The best owner I've ever seen, without a doubt. The best support I've ever seen. And this thing is built to make life-changing income each and every time you get a commission. So lead by example and make sure that you go all in. Now, a few minutes ago, I told you, I had out of 30 people I went back and looked at, 24 of them came at $2,000 level. Now, can you imagine, y'all, seriously, if I was not G2000 qualified, and that, let's say if I was at G1000, okay, and that's good money. Please, you saw the 1,000 I was making too, right, earlier. But here's the thing. If I didn't upgrade to the G2000, and out of those 30 people, 24 of them came at G2000, I would have lost every $1,000 for each one for 24 times. $24,000 I would have lost because I did not position myself. And you know what the crazy thing is? Because I tell them to go big in their business, people do it because I lead by example. And so my income is increased by simply being positioned and telling people to go big in their business, in a business that's been around forever, that don't pay us directly, so you ain't got to worry about hang-ups and things like that. Best owner I've ever seen. Never had any problems with any boards looking over, making sure everything was good. Man, I'm just telling you, get yourself into a business that the goals itself can be huge and then reflect the work you put into it. Now, when I was making less commissions, up to $4,000 in one of my very first businesses, you realize I was actually putting a lot more work into that vehicle, but I was spinning my wheels because it wasn't the right vehicle. The wrong business done right, learn from it, that's great, grow from it, it's still the wrong business. So once I got an Exitus Elite, y'all, I got to the point where literally I would sit down and mash record when I felt like making a video, just like right now. Why? Because if I don't feel like making it, then people are going to sense it. People can sense when you believe in something, if you're being sincere, and if you want to actually make the videos itself. So I would only do videos when I was in a video making mood. Now, over the years, I have learned that I don't do one video at a time. Usually after I make my first one, this is my first one. Usually after making my first one, the second one, I've already got the cobwebs out. I feel like rolling, man. I'm good to go. So I'll knock out a second one or a third one and a fourth one. Sometimes I do 5. I've done as many as 5 in a row, back to back to back to back. Now, I'm not talking about editing or anything. Just go ahead and shoot the video itself and then have it out of my system because I felt good. I had good energy. Today's a good day. I felt good, blah, blah, blah. Beautiful day outside, whatever. You understand what I'm saying? Use that energy that you have that is positive so that you can go ahead and knock your work out. Now, if I did this on a Monday, give you an example, y'all. Go ahead and knock out, let's say, 4 or 5 videos. I don't even need 5. Probably about 3. 3 is about what I probably average, to be honest. If I put that video up every day, what's going to happen is I'm competing against my own videos, and it's not going to get that many views. And I can make awesome video after awesome video. So what I've learned is I wouldn't put them all up on day after day after day. I'd give that video time to breathe. And then, so tomorrow, I would take that same video, the first one out of those, let's say 3. I made 3 instead of 5 earlier, okay? So I made 3 in a Monday. But that first day, I would post it to YouTube. The next day, I would post it to Facebook. Now, let me show you what this looks like, y'all. Okay, now, I'm going to talk about this a little bit too. But if you scroll down, man, you're going to see, I got over 700 videos for Exitus Elite alone, right? All these right here, these are showing ridiculous. Just all these $1,000 commissions and stuff like that. That's actually for my email back over here, $1,000 when it came in. I would usually do a video showing the $1,000 commission actually coming in through the door, things of that nature, y'all. But where all these videos come from were YouTube videos that I sent to Facebook on the second day. So Tuesday, I would send the same videos, already edited, already done, to Facebook. Now, looking at YouTube, I would look and see how is it doing, and then I learn from it. You know, if I got to change some names or whatever, you know, try different things, y'all. But don't be scared to try something. You learn something from it. Good or bad, it doesn't matter. You're going to learn something from it either way. It's going to make it priceless for you. Secondly, it's going to make you a better leader because you're learning by applying action and see what happens. You understand what I'm saying? So that's on a regular basis. Now, the third day, let's say that first one looks like it's already starting to go downhill a little bit or whatever, or maybe your goal is you want to just bombard, a Exitus Elite keywords or Power Lead systems or whatever the keywords are that you're going after, even generic keywords if you like, how to make money online or something like that, and you just want to have a whole bunch of them, right? So what you'll do is you'll keep hammering away, but if you go every day, you're going to wind up hurting it. So the third day is, let's see, Monday was the YouTube video day. Tuesday, you post it to Facebook. Wednesday, you can take that second video, go ahead and edit it out, and put it up there. Now, come Thursday, you're going to take that and put it to Facebook. Come Friday, take the third video, which does not take long to edit, to be honest. Y'all, it's really not. And then go down and then put it back on, on YouTube and then Facebook. Now, here's the thing. I did the work on Monday, just like this video here, right? This is one of my videos. I might do 3 or 4 back to back, probably 3, right? So if I did the work on Monday, I don't have to work the rest of the week. All I have to do is I can do this, process the video, and go out the door, jump in a little convertible car, and run around, enjoy the day. Is what I used to do, over the years. And on my phone, I'm using what's called Pixel Lab. Now I use Pixel Lab to make all of my, all my thumbnails. Let me show you real quick. I'll show you what some. Okay, here's one right here. This thumbnail right here. 99% of the time, I either have a picture of me and my son, or me and my female species, like right here, and I want to have something that people can connect with. And to me, I had so many people back in the day, they told me they'd join me, and they'd tell me, why they joined me? They'd literally tell me. I didn't ask, just like, why is that? And they're like, because I thought you were a good dad. So you'd be amazed at how often people relate to you. Now, I typed in Exitus Elite just to see where I was at YouTube. So I think it was about the second video. This is the fourth one, the fifth one right here. There's one of our downline right here. Here he is again. So he's put in some work. I'm just starting back, to be honest. And that's fine. But here's some of my thumbnails. See what I'm saying? Nothing extreme about this. The beautiful thing about these thumbnails is I make these on my phone with Pixel Lab while I'm away from the house, get the video to go ahead and upload, and then just send it from my phone, and bam, I'm good to go. So here I am, still Monday. I did the work, and for the rest of the week, all I'm doing is the emails for the leads coming through, answering any kind of phones with questions, and then and that's it, y'all. And come next week, I can do the exact same thing, and I'm literally getting so much more out of that. Now, I want you to look at this. This is a real important lesson right here, y'all. You see these numbers: 95 views, 135 views. This is not a lot of views, right? So, but here's the thing. When you have somebody looking up Exitus Elite or whatever business, don't matter. I'm just giving you my example, right? Now, excuse me. If somebody's looking up Exitus Elite and I am a beast, I am a beacon for this business, I am a workhorse, it's obvious, look at me, I am, bam, I'm up there, then they're going to feel really comfortable about it, especially if I'm being sincere and I'm fully positioned. Man, I'm now becoming the sponsor that they've been looking for. You understand what I'm saying, right? Somebody else could have shown them the business. You'd be amazed at how many times they saw it from somebody else, but came here and they connected with me. Connection with someone is about the most important, if not the most important thing. I say the only thing that might beat connection to is branding yourself so that people know who they're connecting with. So this kind of runs hand in hand in my opinion, but nevertheless, right? So anyhow, so my whole work week, I've already been set out, and I did the work on Monday for, let's say, 3 videos. So what have I got? Hour and a half, 2 hours worth of work that I'm literally in front of the camera, or if I decide to do YouTube. Now, again, these are the exact same videos. Now, because you saw earlier, I got a video with about 95 views, 135 views. So let's see what these numbers are. This is 88 views, 112 views, 176 views, 110 views, 362 views. What have I learned? Oh, look right here. This was when I was #1 in the world. 321 people coming into that business, and I walked away because it was the wrong vehicle. You have to go where the money's at, and that wasn't it. But this is back in 2015 when I got free from the job. I got free May 7th, so this is a month after I've been free from the job. 26 years in restaurants, and I was able to walk away with a business that wasn't even the right vehicle. Let me knew that I was learning, right? So that's pretty awesome. Now, so Facebook is now, what I had learned at this time frame, y'all, is that YouTube has longevity, where Facebook is going to be a now, it's going to be a hit, and then it's going to be gone. But you can get just as many views at Facebook with that quick pop as you can through most of the longevity at YouTube, okay? So that's beautiful to use both because there's no more effort. All you're doing is sending it from one to the other, and that's your daily job for that second day of that same video so that you can milk the cow. Now, what you need to know is Facebook and YouTube do not like each other. They are direct competition with each other. So when you have a YouTube link and you're trying to send it to Facebook, Facebook is not going to put that thing as like, oh, look, Shawn's got a new video. Look at this. No, no. They don't want that because of the fact that they don't want anything that take away from their platform to go somewhere else. Understand what I'm saying? If you take that YouTube link, yeah, you can send it to Facebook, right? And you can if you want to, but I'm going to tell you, you're not going to get anything because YouTube is trying to get whatever they can get to watch that, for their platform. And Facebook is losing because they're taking in something from somewhere else. And I'll put it there, but they sure ain't going to run it. That's not going to be on their agenda of saying, hey, look, Shawn's got that brand new video that's come out right here. So by keeping it separate, uploading it to YouTube, uploading it to Facebook, I get the benefits of both. Now, let me show you this. And this would be a really quick training in itself. Again, there's my son. This is when I got free from a job, y'all. Look at him. He was 14 here. He's 18 now. So I know this has got a little bit of time, at least in this picture, right? He was 7 when I got free from a job, y'all. I had such low self-esteem. I'm entirely blind on my right eye. I didn't take pictures. I didn't like pictures, but I wanted freedom for me and my son more than I cared what anybody thought. That was the most important thing, right? That's where I was at. You notice I didn't have any pictures of me and my son, y'all. God's honest truth because of how low self-esteem I had. And this was a video. I'd made 135 videos in a month and a half trying to figure out how to do online business. I had made 30 videos before I made my first sale. I didn't care if I made a sale. Now, if I made 50, matter of fact, the first guy that joined me in that business was so much sharper than me. I kept saying, what did I do right? What did I do, right? But here's the thing, y'all. Don't let pride be an issue. Get out there, put the work in, and you're going to learn. And kick your own tail when you screw up. That's fun, man. Nobody had to tell me I was doing something wrong. As obviously I was doing. You learn more about applying action than any other way. But my son, because it was something entirely different from me. So that's a picture of my little boy sitting in my lap, waving at the end of the video. And I took a picture of the actual video itself because I had no pictures of me and my son. And my low self-esteem, look at me, I'm looking at him, I still wasn't barely even looking forward in the videos. I had so much growing to do, it's ridiculous, right? Now this is years later, and I've probably had, I don't know, I've got, I think, about 1,700 YouTube videos, something like that. So I've come a long ways from not having any pictures of myself for over a decade in the 30s for my low self-esteem. Even when my son was born, I had pictures of him. I would tell people it was because I was behind the camera, but to be honest, that's not the reason. It was my low self-esteem. That was my problem that God let me get over. And I can tell y'all, man, just like everybody else who's got that pride issue, you'll come up with all excuses. Well, you know what? This is making your first video, right? Well, I do it, but the dryer's on. I got dry clothes. And then bam. My son, he gets out of school in an hour and 15 minutes. It's going to be too close. You will look for any excuse to not. And I'm not going to lie to y'all, man. I came so close to not doing the first videos, but when I did, let me tell you something, y'all. When you got a burn in your stomach and you believe in something, it's one of the most beautiful things that you see. I was someone who didn't like pictures of myself. I was also someone that didn't like to hear themselves. You ever had anybody do an audio of you and back in the day and you're like, wow, that ain't me. That don't sound like me. I was proud of the person that was doing that video. It didn't feel like me. I was like, this dude's on fire, man. To be honest, man, I couldn't sleep at night. I lay in bed and I was like, I had to get up and go find out this question. How about if I do this, blah, blah, blah. God had put a burn in my stomach that wouldn't let go. And I put the hammer down because I wanted freedom for me and my little boy. And it was really because I was a single full-time dad from the time he was 1 year old. And I was so tired of missing field trips. And he was only going to be small but for so long. So I know that sounds crazy, but I got free from the job. For the rest of that year, May 7th of 2015, to the rest of the school year when it ended, I went every day with my little boy at school, and I was the only guy there. The only other man I saw in that place was the policeman, the sheriff himself, that walked around and looking at the kids sitting there talking to the sheriff. I'm telling you, man, it was a blessing that God gave me this ability, this gift. He led me this way. And my son's 18. I've been home for more than I've been free from a job more than I haven't been in his life. That's what kind of blessing it's going to be. Now, let me show you this. This is real important too. Oh, I bought a 40-foot yacht with Exitus Elite money. It's right here. I don't know if I'm showing you more pictures of it or not. Okay, I bought a tablet, right? Out of curiosity, I wanted to know what views were taken better at. If me doing just a video like this, or could I just go and set up the tablet and then mass record and let go and see what happened, right? Look at this. So you saw this is 157 views here, 209, 193. Not bad for Facebook. I promise you that, not bad. But look at this. 711 views, 1,100 views, 400 views, 725, 763 views right here, y'all. Now, that was with my tablet, but I wanted to learn from it. So I want to see, hey, because I've been hammering away every couple of days putting it up here. So I wanted to see. Now, here's 431 views, 545 views. This is, I think, 600 views. I can't really tell. So my YouTube videos actually get better playtime or more views at Facebook. Now, here's something that a lot of y'all you've never heard anybody say. It's not a lead race, okay? I could not care less how many leads I get. What do I want, y'all? Honestly, I want you to listen to this. I would rather have 10 people watch my entire video and connect with me in a business I'm fully positioned in, that's life-changing income with no monthly, no yearly fees, get paid immediately, that's been here forever, then I'd care to have a lead. Because that connection is where it's at. Now, when I have leads, let me tell you what I do. I try to use everything you can. So what have I got? I got videos of me. Man, you want to brand you. You are you. You're never going to have a bigger cheerleader in your business than you, period. I don't care what's going on. You are your biggest cheerleader. So what you want to do is get yourself where you're comfortable enough. Now, I'll make this team sales page for our team, right? And once I'm done, I'll put you in. Matter of fact, I should have picked somebody else, but this is what it looks like down here. I'll put a picture of you. I have your name up here, your information, how to get connected with you. If they match any of these buttons, it's going to let them join directly underneath you in that company. Now, of course, we got a lot of teams, our pages inside of Exitus Elite, and they work great. The first $10,000 I made in Exitus Elite, I used the default pages because I wanted to prove to people that was how good it was. That was that first week I was making $20,000, and 10,000 of it came from the default pages. Now, I was doing YouTube so they connect with me, but nevertheless, all I was doing was sending them there. So the pages were fine either way, y'all. So, all right, let's get back over here. Okay, now, let's talk about the goals itself. So, something here you need to know about. A goal, when you make it too big, it's going to seem out of reach. So, if I've been away for a while, and I kind of have, y'all, I take summers off. My girlfriend bought this little yellow sports car. It was an awesome, this thing is like a little show car. Liked it so much, 3 days later, we went to Georgia and bought me one, right? So, I absolutely love my little car. Let me see if I can't show you a picture of it real quick while I'm talking. Let's see, internet's a little slow here today, too. There's one of my videos right here, obviously a bunch of them. Me and my female species, we went on a cruise. Here it is. Here's one of them right here. This is a picture I took the other day and posted on Facebook. Right here, y'all. So that's my little black one. She's got one identical to it, except hers is yellow, right? So I love the summertime. I get a pretty good dark tan. My female species has a lake house we go to at a good deal of the time and stuff like that. We enjoy summer. Lead numbers have a tendency to drop down when I'm talking about lead numbers in views or whatever as well, because people are not focused as much in the summertime because of the fact that they are out, at least in the United States, majority is going to be out, enjoying the summer, taking vacations, things of that nature. When I first started that very first business, I did Facebook. I was getting anywhere from 75 to 100 to 115 leads a day that were coming into the business, that first business. And when I came in after June, I was still putting the same amount of work in, but after June, about mid-June, it would cut in half, no matter how much work I was putting into it. So it lets you know that people's focal point changed. Now, I also learned on a rainy day where a lot of the United States is ugly, the weather, let's say a hurricane or something like, man, you can make a lot of money because people are not out and about. They come back to their phones or to their computers, and they were doing that, right? So in my opinion, I learned a lot by applying a lot of action in the process. And just like a few minutes ago, y'all, when I was sitting there showing you, let's see here, I'll get back here. I know I'm going back and forth a little bit, I apologize. But if I didn't take the time to make these tablet videos and see what happens, then the chances of me getting the 700 plus views would be a whole lot less. You understand what I'm saying? But what am I wanting more than anything, y'all, is again, to brand yourself and let people connect with you. Now, that goal that I would say that I would put in, because I've been away for a while, is probably $6,000. We'll see how long it takes me to hit $6,000. Well, in Exitus Elite, that's going to be, what, about 3 people at the $2,000 level? Would you rather have that or a bunch of $33 commissions that, again, it's going to take your whole zip code to do? In this business, you get paid so easily, man. By the time I get an email saying that somebody come through, it's about the exact same time I get paid. It's ridiculous how a $2,000 or even $1,000 commission makes the world of difference. And the glue, y'all, seriously? I know I've talked quite a bit because I got a lot of training to tell you. It's just letting go and letting people connect with you. Doing videos, if you're going to do videos, if that's your way to getting out to people, on the days you feel like doing videos, and be in position to make life-changing income, and enjoy it. If you're not enjoying it, people can tell it, man. I can tell you that. So, what you need to know about goals is, once you focus at a goal, I want you to think of this. There's these metal shavings out here, right? They're all been put out here in front of you, and your goal is to get this metal shaving. And you got this magnet sitting here, right? Now let me say this. The metal shavings are far enough away that if I focus at it and point at it, it's going to start moving, right? But what happens to everybody is they quit and then point over here. This is the ones that do email marketing. I'm going to do paid advertising. I'm going to do Facebook. I'm going to do TikTok. I'm going to do all this stuff, right? I mean, seriously. You can point in so many different directions that the metal shavings that wanted to come to you can't get to you. And that's exactly what a goal is like, y'all. You want to take that magnet and focus, pick one way to get out to people and master that way, and focus and get good. Get comfortable with it. Get cocky with it if you want to. It don't matter. And then put that magnet right here and let them metal shavings keep running to you, because your focal point, and just keep putting the work in is where it's going to be at. I've had so many people, y'all, that I would make, let's say I would make no money, seriously. And then for 2 weeks, I'm putting in the work just like this. I'm like, wow, ain't somebody coming in. You think somebody come in by now, right? And my 3rd week, bam, I'd make like $8,000 that week, because the metal shavings I kept putting over here. Sometimes people want to keep watching you. Some people haven't got their money right. And here you are making these videos. But let's say I just stopped right here, right? I stopped making videos. If I'd made 1 or 2 more, I would have been in those people's mind, and bam, it would come over here. It's just those metal shavings. I didn't do enough work. I didn't stay focused enough to get those metal shavings to go all the way to the magnet. And that is one of the best ways I honestly can tell you that goals are reached. You've got to post it, because if you don't post a goal, you'll never reach it. If you don't have a goal in mind. So my new goal is $6,000. Let's see how long it takes me to make it. And then I'm just going to put the work in and do several videos just like I'm telling you. And that's my work ethic, y'all. That's honestly exactly. Now, come after about August, I usually start, because, why do I say August? School set in, and then people start to get ready for the holidays, and they need money. And that's exactly with the light bills and the heat and stuff like that, y'all, that's starting to take place. People start looking at online business. They're getting back away from vacation time. So I'm taking vacation at the best time, and then coming back, and then I am refreshed. I'm ready to go. You can tell it in the videos. I'm not burnt out. And who cares, man? I'm literally looking at 2 hours worth of work on that first day and then posting them how I just told you. And it makes it look like I'm a workhorse when honestly, they'll say this one. Look, look, look. You know how I know this was done at the same time? I got the same shirt on. Look at this one. I got the same shirt on. So I did this video and then turned around and did the next one. There's 725 views and 409 views just because I stopped and went back and did another video. That's over 1,100 people. This one right here I did by itself. Got 1,100 people. I'm making it for YouTube, but if Facebook is coming here as well, then I'd be crazy if I was too lazy to post this, man. Can you imagine? So this is 700, 800, I'll say 900. This is 2,000. This is 1,400. This is going to be 2,100. This is going to be 2,900, almost 3,000 people from the 3 days, basically, right here. You know, from here, I did that one, and then that one. Maybe made 3 or 4 videos in that one day. 3,000 people. But at YouTube, it may not look like that much. Now, ironically, I still think that my strongest people come from YouTube. But I want to send them to Facebook so that they can see I'm a beacon for my business, that I'm constantly putting in action, and that they get to see that as well. Because again, it's the metal shavings. If I kept on going for, let's say after those 2 weeks that I didn't make any money, if I just quit, well, guess what? I would have lost $8,000 that third week just because I didn't keep putting the work in. I don't get hung up on how many people are watching me at YouTube or anything, because it does not really matter in my opinion. Because I've had 15 views and I make $2,000 from 15 views. Why? Because it only takes one person to connect with me that know I'm the real deal, can look back and see I'm a beacon for my business. I'm branding myself every step of the way. I am the most sincere person that loves this business. I am the Exitus Elite guy. I literally call myself that in the emails I send out if I have leads coming through, y'all. And to be honest, y'all, I gave you all the answers. There's a lot of different things I could tell you, about this stuff I've learned. But man, you could take what I just said and run the mess out of it and change your life. You really can. The reason I picked Exitus Elite is because best owner I've ever seen. Man's got 30 years in business. When I talk to him, I get excited talking to him. He gets excited talking to me. And I'm like, man, you cannot ask for anything better. I've been number one in the world and had to leave businesses. I told you I'm at 18. Oh, I started a video earlier and I stopped and redid it. My throat got messed up or something. I was doing a $200 business as a one-up system. And I was number one in the world in it. And I made $18,000 in a month or something like that. It was pretty awesome. Support went south. I quit it because I am not going to do a business that my downline cannot get the help it needs. And I left. I don't care. Number one in the world, y'all, making pretty good money in that business, and stepped away from it because the support wasn't there. Exitus Elite, man, I got the best support I've ever seen. His name is Jacob Stevenson. He is ridiculously good. He's always there right when you need him. Only thing you need to know is I'm on the East Coast. He's 5 hours difference because he's in the UK. Paul Stevenson is actually his dad. His dad is located at Cocoa Beach, Florida. So he's right here on the same time zone as me. Now, I can't contact his dad if I need something, if I absolutely need to. I don't mind waiting 5 hours, to let Jacob do his thing because it's his job. You understand what I'm saying? Why go above him when it's just a time difference? So just give him a little bit of time. That's why I tell people anytime you contact them. Okay. So, y'all, I have told you the number one business that I've been in. Most money I ever made in a day, a week, a weekend, in a month. Over $40,000 months inside of Exitus Elite. And a business that's 11 years old and still no monthly or yearly fees, period. All I can do, once you get positioned, is make money. And you just going to have to put the work in and enjoy it, man. I'm telling you, if you want to do videos, great. If it's not, pick your one way to get out to people and master that one way. Knowing you're not going to quit. and allow yourself the time to get good. That's what I tell you. That's the answer. All right, y'all. If you are ready to do Exitus Elite, if you want to contact me and give me a call, absolutely. Send me a text message if you like. Make a comment down here. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel, y'all. I put out a lot of videos. My videos are longer. I don't care. You know, I'm against. I don't really care what YouTube tells me to do. I do know that people that watch all the way through are the ones that do it. So if you're watching to now to this end, more than likely you'll probably wind up doing this business anyhow. Go ahead and reach out to me, y'all, and we'll go ahead and get you started. Okay. So that being said, y'all, I'll go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I look forward to seeing you next video, y'all, and I definitely look forward to seeing you part of the team. Appreciate it.